Okay guys, I got a bit of a late start today. I slept till about noon. Despite how small my room is, the bed is incredibly comfortable. But today I am seeing some of the lesser known things. I'm just gonna kind of keep my adventures short today. I feel like I've exhausted everything that there is to do here in Rome for a single person on a budget, like me. But I am finally about to see a ruin that not many people know about. It's on the other side of the city from the Colosseum and Trevi Fountain and things, so it's not very well trafficked. It's right here near one of the old walls to the Roman city. And originally this monument was covered up by the walls. Somehow somebody built the walls around it, used it as part of a foundation for them, and then it was finally unearthed by somebody else, name up here, later on, and now it is probably one of the more well-preserved monuments here in Rome, with no graffiti on it and with a nice border fence around it so that nobody can get on it and mess it up. But the monument that I'm talking about is actually this one right here. This is the Tomb of Eurysaces. Now, Eurysaces was a slave, or is at least believed to be a slave. Former slave, actually. He was a freed slave who ended up becoming a baker. Now, big deal, Ben. Who cares about some baker's tomb here? Because this is actually his mausoleum that he built for him and his wife Atista. Who cares, right? Well, here's the big thing about Eurysaces that really got me when I was reading about it, is that yeah, you want to be in it?
How are you? Okay, this is Italia, Roma. Has no good Italia, no work, no house too. Okay, bye.
Ciao. What was I saying? Anyways, now, big whoop, he was a baker, right? Well, here's the thing. He was a freed slave who became one of the richest men in the Roman Empire. It might have been before the Republic fell. I'll put that information on the screen too. And eventually, because of his wealth, was able to build a tomb in a very prominent spot, such as this one. So yeah, when I was reading that story, it really touched me. It got me thinking about how even somebody who had a hard life like him, who presumably was not only a slave in Rome, but a slave in ancient Greece as well, before he was sold to Rome, was able to make quite a life for himself despite his circumstances. So that just really touched me. Okay guys, I've kind of run out of things to see. There's a couple more things back near the hotel that I want to see, but I don't really want to go back just yet. So I'm back in that park from the first vlog. There's more people here today than there were that day, but I guess I'm gonna go see the Colosseum again, because that's what tourists do here. And I don't think I got enough footage from it because I lost the footage from my first day. So just to prove that I was here, I'm gonna go get some more. If you want some really great views of the Colosseum, you need to come up to Palatine Hill. It only costs about 12 euros, and it gets you access to this view of the Colosseum and a bunch of other ruins within the Roman Forum and up on the Palatine Hill. Just look at this view. Holy crap, guys. That's Tom Brady. Alright guys, I am back chilling in the room. I just grabbed a couple pizzas and a pepperoni. Just one thing I kind of feel like I should talk about because it didn't seem like it came through enough in my vlogs is that Rome is just like any other big city in the world. Yes, it has its beautiful parts, it has great people, and it's loud, and there's constantly police sirens going all the time. But there's also a problem here. It's not as clean as you think it is just from watching movies. I'll roll a couple clips here just to show you. There's graffiti on everything, anything. Everything that is not something ancient or tourist attraction like is graffitied, and there were even a couple busts, statues of heads that I saw in that park yesterday that were graffitied as well, and I really wanted to take a picture of a couple of them, but the graffiti just ruined it for me. The other thing is that there's trash in the streets everywhere. I've been in Italy, in Rome, in Naples. There was even some in Capri, which is weird because that's a major tourist destination. Naples was about 5 times as bad as Rome in terms of trash, and about 10 times worse in terms of graffiti. I didn't get any footage of that because when I was walking through Naples was late at night. My camera wouldn't have picked it up, and I also didn't really get a safe vibe walking through Naples at night. Lots of staring people, lots of dark alleyways. It just didn't feel like the safest place. So I thought I should address that just because Rome and Italy are portrayed so well in the movies and in other vlogs, but they're not a shining city of gold like everybody makes them out to be. Okay, I feel like I should do a little bit of a definitive review of Italy. A short one. This isn't going to be a whole video because I could probably do a whole video on that. Just to kind of give you a ranking of which places were the best on my trip, I would have to say Pompeii at the top. The city of Pompeii was great. The ruins in Pompeii were fun. Right after that, I would probably say Capri. Capri over Positano, just because it seemed like there was more authenticity to Capri. It wasn't all commercialized. Maybe it was because I got lost in a couple back streets, which you can't really do in Positano. But that's the reason why it ranks second over Positano's third. Now, Positano is a beautiful place. It just felt like it was more commercialized than it really should be. You want to go on a trip like I just did, and you want to actually relax and get away a little bit. And I felt like Positano used to at least be able to be a place that you could do that. Not so much anymore. It's more of a tourist trap. Coming in fourth, I would say Rome. Rome is great around the touristy areas. There's lots of stuff to see and do here. The park that I went to definitely made the whole experience of Rome so much better, just because it was less hustle and bustle, and there was still stuff to see there, but it also felt more authentic because Italians were just walking their dogs through the park or having a picnic, or obviously some of them were on a date. So that really did it for me. And then coming in last is probably Naples. I didn't spend a whole lot of time there, so don't hate me too much for putting Naples at the bottom of this list. But what little time I did spend there, I didn't feel exactly safe. Everything was dirtier than normal. There was a lot more graffiti. I just overall did not get a great vacation vibe from the city of Naples. So guys, that is my ranking of Italy. Now, all of that said, I still recommend that people come here. Yeah, it might be a little hard to break the language barrier sometimes. Yeah, it might be dirty, there might be trash in the streets, you might not feel safe at all times, but that's really what travel is about. And if you only go to safe places, then the only place you're gonna ever end up is the Bahamas or Florida. And I definitely don't condone just staying within your comfort zone. So, if you're going to come to Italy or thinking about coming to Italy, there are just a couple questions you should probably ask yourself. A, do you like shopping? Because there's a lot of shopping to do here. B, do you really like being in the touristy attraction areas? Because yes, there is stuff to do outside of those, but you kind of gotta hunt for them, and the tourist attractions abound, so you don't have any problem finding those. And 3, are you going to be okay with the language barrier if you're coming from the US or Canada like I am? This is my first time being in a country abroad that doesn't speak my language fluently, so that was a bit of a challenge for me. So if you feel like that would be a challenge for you, maybe you should rethink Italy and look elsewhere for a similar experience. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me and my trip to Rome. I had a blast here. Some things were not so great, other things were amazing. Thank you for coming along with me. If you loved these vlogs, go ahead and give them a like. If you've watched all of them, you better hit that subscribe button. I don't know what you're doing if you've watched them all and you haven't hit the subscribe button. If there's anything that you think I should improve upon, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Or if you have any questions, just comment down there as well. Alright guys, ciao from Rome, and I will see you in the next vlog.